Hello there, Dr. Stephanie Gray from Your Longevity Blueprint and Integrative Health and Hormone Clinic, here today with a free tip video for you. So many of my patients ask why essential fatty acids are so important for our health, and then how do they find a good quality supplement? So I want to go over that today. So first, our brain is 60% fat. We need fat for our bodies to function. Fats are also important for the neurological development of babies and children, but they're needed as adults for our mental health, cardiovascular health, and they can even help with skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. So major food sources are going to be seeds, nuts, and fish. The top source that I recommend to my patients is actually fish. But remember, big fish eat smaller fish who eat smaller fish. So the bigger the fish, potentially the higher amount of mercury content, which you don't want. You don't want heavy metals in your fish. Now, the American Heart Association recommends we eat fish 3 times per week, but if you don't live on the coast, if you're living here in Iowa, you may not have access to fresh fish. So sometimes it's easier to supplement. So I want to go over with you some top things to consider when choosing a fish oil product. So first, ask yourself how fresh is your product. You probably didn't know that the industry time, average time from seed to shelf is about 18 months. And does your product tell you how long that process took for it to get to your home? Probably not. Oftentimes fish oil products by that time can go rancid and smell pretty icky. High quality fish oil products should contain some antioxidants to help preserve freshness. And our fish oil product averages 3 to 6 months from seed to shelf, which we love. We know our product is very fresh. Second, think back to those heavy metals I mentioned. Is your product refined and distilled from heavy metals like lead and mercury and chemicals and pesticides? Many companies will put that right on the label. Some will not. Some products over the counter would never pass such inspection, but we know our products have undergone a rigorous testing process and are guaranteed to be free of toxins. And third, you want to think of the food source for that fish oil, specifically what type of fish. So our fish oil comes from very small fish, sardines and anchovies. The smaller the fish, again, the less amount of mercury. So some patients will bring me in a tuna oil or a salmon oil to look at, and many times those products, unfortunately, because they're from higher fish, likely are going to have higher amounts of heavy metals. So I advise against those, instead to choose products from small fish. Fourth, what form of your fish oil does the manufacturer use? So does your fish oil say that it's in a natural triglyceride form, similar to the form you would get if you were eating fish? If it doesn't state that, it can be assumed that your fish oil product is in what's called an ethyl ester form, which has an extra alcohol molecule the body needs to detoxify. That's just not the most bioavailable version of fish oil. So the triglyceride form is the safer, more bioavailable, just better absorbed, and that's the form you want to look for. And fifthly, how potent is your fish oil product? If we get down to the science, we have to separate science from marketing. And many times from a marketing standpoint, a fish oil product will say contains 1 gram, right on the front label, but you'll flip over the bottle and at the back of the bottle, it only has 200 or 300 milligrams of the really EPA and DHA, the main constituents of that product. So keep in mind, you got to read labels because you want to make sure you're choosing a very high potency product. Our product has almost 1,000 milligrams in 1 capsule, and many other brands you'll have to take 2 or 3 to achieve that potency. So hopefully you learned part of why fish oil is so important to your health, and I challenge you, I'll dare you to compare your fish oil to ours. So check your fish oil's freshness, look at the time from seed to shelf for your brand, ask yourself if it's distilled of heavy metals. You may have to contact the company. What's the source of your fish oil? Hopefully very small fish. What's the form of your product? Is it in the triglyceride form or the ethyl ester form? How potent is your product? Check that EPA and DHA dosing. You want at least 1 gram per capsule. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you're going to now decide to eat some wild-caught fish or supplement with some fish oil. Please, if you're eating fish, mark or make a comment below this video that you're going to incorporate that as part of your diet. Please share this video if you learned something. Pass on the knowledge to a friend or family member who needs it. Please subscribe to our new YouTube channel. You can certainly like our new Facebook page, Dr. Stephanie Gray, Your Longevity Blueprint. Check out our website, www.yourlongevityblueprint.com. But mostly, thank you for watching, share away, and remember, wellness is waiting.